I'm Linda Bozowski, 388A Orrington Lane. I live in the Rossmore community. Thank you for extending the courtesy to us, the audience, in moving the public forum to the beginning of the discussion. I don't normally write notes for what I'm going to say, but I did jot down three questions. As an accountant who has worked for Ernst & Young, M.R. Weiser & Company, and in numerous hospitals and doctors' practices for the last 40 years, I have to question why there was no negative comment made from the auditing firm that was engaged by this board in the most recent audit of our financial statements. I fail to understand what the issue is with whatever is being characterized as misappropriation or inappropriate accounting principles from the business office here in the district. So I have a real question about that. In 22 years, there's never been a statement, from what I understand, in any of our audit findings. The second comment that I'd like to make, second question that I'd like to ask, is according to the contract that I read when Ms. Shanley was engaged as our acting superintendent, a contract that was signed by Mrs. Arminio as president of the board at that time, it very clearly stated that the superintendent, and as all of our administrators, are expected to be on the job at the time that they're being paid to be on the job. And yet in the Oprah documents that have been produced and in other comments that have been made at public board meetings, it appears that Ms. Shanley is going to school at least one day a week instead of being on the job. I don't understand that. If that's not correct, then please correct me, that's fine. The third statement that I'd like to make, which is in fact a statement, is that after reviewing all of the Oprah documentations that Ms. Aziz has provided to us, they're Oprah documents, she didn't make them up, but it strongly suggests that we are being served by a superintendent, an acting superintendent, who is not appropriately qualified to serve in that position and is not approved by other educational departments within our county and within our state. Sarah Aziz is not my best friend. We were competitors in the last board election, but nonetheless, these are documents that were obtained legally under Oprah provisions. So I urge the board members who are going to vote tonight to think very carefully about whether our district is being well serviced by an individual who has, in my mind, questionable credentials. Thank you.